Okay, I just came back 3 times in a row.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anyways, I have a question to all of you guys. Is there a possibility you're going to do another tour in 2027 and 2028?
Well, a time comes every year where we decide, are we going to do this one more time? So I think it's still up in the air, still a question mark. I think, if I were to, set a forecast, it's going to be 90% certain.
Yeah!
You guys are excited for Weekends and Cornies?
Yeah!
Carrie.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Carrie's not
Right over here.
Hi, this is Narda, and this question is for Michael. I'm just wondering if Ruby's sisters are ever going to come back, or is there going to have any significance in Teapot or IDFB or any of the future episodes coming up?
I want to do so much more with Ruby Sisters, just the fact that these birthstones, people all know about birthstones, but we've never seen a show about them. So I want to show them more, especially food. That's my favorite birthstone. Thank you. And right up here.
Hi, my name is Kayla, and this is a question for mainly the II crew, but anyone can answer. What is, oh god, I'm so sorry, I'm so nervous.
No worries.
Do Bo and Doe argue as siblings? Like, since they are siblings, do they have sibling arguments, or do they have, anything else in common?
Well, Doe is very much convinced that they're siblings. Bo has been in denial about that from the beginning. And I think that has resulted in many sibling-esque arguments between them. So I would say yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, and right up here.
Hi, I'm Avi. I'm a big TV fan, but I have one question for Adam. Will there ever be an official TV plus?
An official, you said TV plush?
I said CZ.
Oh, a cheesy plush.
Yeah.
A me plush.
Cheesy?
Come
Yeah.
on, Adam, we want to know. We want to know.
We'll have to stop the shop. Get it?
Come on, Adam, stop toying with them.
Hey, you're stealing my business.
All right, well, would you all like a cheesy plush? Oh, wow. We have a hype cheesy crew.
It's a good show.
All right, well, we weren't sure, but, now I think we're convinced, so it'll have to happen. Thank you. Yeah, right over here.
This is a question for Brian and Adam. So if the inanimate Sandy version of Apple is Meeple, what would the Android version be?
Well, we've seen a paper in the original season 1 called Me Droid, so he didn't reference it.
That's so interesting, because it's like, it clearly in that case means that Android is kind of ripping off what Meeple has done, which has crazy implications for what we think about Apple and Android. I think aren't necessarily accurate. But yeah, it would be interesting to maybe get into that. We get that question pretty often, I would say. I feel like once a year or so we get that question. So maybe we gotta get into it at some point, huh?
It's pretty ironic too because the Meeple characters you can argue are androids in a way.
True.
So it's kind of ironic there, but it may be something we'll see in the future. Who knows? But
Maybe they will be the androids you're looking for.
Thank you. Great question. And right over here.
So basically, in universe, I'm talking about in between IDFB and BFB, the art style changes, and there's been no explanation. Will there be an explanation in IDFB?
I mean, sometimes when it comes to visual style, I like to just imagine that we're just viewing the world through goggles, and we decided we wanted to change goggles. But I know others have other ideas. I do like the goggles viewpoint. I feel like I don't want to step on the toes because Joseph and Carrie are largely planning out the IDFB storyline, so I don't want to step on their toes, but I'm sure we might see something in that season, so stay tuned. Yeah, thank you. Cheers. Yeah, right up here.
Hello, my name is Liam. This is a question for everybody on the stage. Has anybody here watched Bean's show?
Oh! Yeah! Yeah!
I've checked out an episode or two, but I'm not too familiar. Yeah, it was funny. I've watched a lot of Burner, which was the last.
Yeah!
I needed to catch up on Bean's show. Yeah.
definitely want to catch up on Bean's show. And actually, shout out to Zachary, who's the voice of Doug
Yeah.
on II.
Good for Zachary.
Thank you. Yeah, and right up here.
Does Bodhi have a face? And if so, where is it?
No. No face on Bodhi. Bodhi is just Bodhi. And if you think it's inexplicable why Bodhi is alive, that's okay.
I was gonna say like, oh, we'll have to see, but I like that answer better. It's a better answer. Thank you. Yeah, right over here.
My question is for the BFDI crew. If Rocky were to join the competition of Teapot and he won the season, what would he do with the power?
Dude, this is your dream.
I imagine it would be a little bit gross. You know, I think he would use his vomit in terrible ways with his power by accident. You know, I think it'd be well-intentioned and well-meaning, but yeah, sometimes, you know, the gets a little bit out of control for him. So I think that he's one of those characters that if he got the power, it would be more dangerous. I always think the same with like Yellowface. Like I imagine it would just spread in a really terrible way, but that's the fun of the power. So hopefully whoever ends up with it, it isn't terribly world-ending.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right over here.
My question is mostly for the Inanimate Insanity crew. Are you ever gonna make like different merch, like keychains, more t-shirts?
Yeah, well, it's something we're always looking to do more of. We have a few products in the works that are not something we've done before, which is cool. One product that I would love to bring back are those yin yang sandals.
Say the same thing.
We gotta bring back the yin yang sandals. We're working on it. Every product really has its own pipeline that we kind of built from scratch. They're all a labor of love, and yeah, we're definitely working on stuff.
I like the test tube phone case for made for fame. That'd be nice to have. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, we're cooking something up. We're excited to share. There may have been one product you've seen in one video at some point that is in the works, an anniversary video. So check that out. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Right over here.
I'm Evan. My legs are shaking, so that's not helping. I just had the yo-yo berry punch, and I did not turn metal. Are you guys sure that you used yo-yo berries?
It was a very small concentration. We didn't want everyone to turn into metal, so we didn't give you enough to make you metal. But if you had maybe 5 of them, you would turn into metal.
If you had come yesterday, that's where all they went. You know, they're all metal now, they're gone. So it's lucky you came today and had today's fortune. You know, it didn't do it.
If you guys go to the airport and you had too much, it might be a problem getting through the metal detector.
Thank you. Right up here.
Hi, I have a question for Adam. Why did Mifo keep Bob in season 2 and 3 knowing they're just a dead body?
Well, that's a really good question. I think some of it too was a lack of understanding on Miphone's part. In some respects, maybe the gravity of what happened, which may not be amazing. But yeah, Brian, what do you think?
I took it as when writing it, it was just, I think he felt very bad about what happened, and in his way, he felt like it was a way to still include Fox. And whether or not that was tasteful, I think is up for debate. Maybe he wouldn't necessarily agree with it, but I think he was trying to honor their memory in a very, immature, me-phone way.
Yeah. And a lot of the antics were really the contestants kind of getting involved with the Bob's corpse themselves.
That's true.
Much like Trophy still believes that relationship that they had was like actually real, which is funny. We'll have to see more of that. Thank you. Great question. And yeah, right over here.
I have a question for Michael. If you think two BFDI characters could be siblings, what do you think?
Sometimes I imagine that the Bros, I never use that name for them, but Pen, Blocky, and Eraser.
The trio.
That they have a sibling-like dynamic. They don't need to be siblings, but they're like bros. That's why they're the Bros, the brothers.
Thank you. Yeah, right over here.
I was wondering what, all of your guys' favorite, either scene or episode from Teapot or IIIB.
My favorite scene that we've done in Teapot is the robot flower fight scene in Teapot 13.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
When I first was submitted, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I watched it again and again, so.
I love all the I really do enjoy the two that we've done on this tour so far, season 4 of episode 6 and episode 7. But I guess classic one probably would be Kick the Bucket. I think that's the turning point. We talked about that yesterday a little bit too. Yeah, it's just defining moment, I think, for an Andrew Sandy overall. Yeah.
I would say my favorite season 4 moment has not come yet, but it is coming. But I will say we've done that's currently out is the Marshmallow and fan confrontation scene in the hospital. I just thought that was really net drama, please.
The last time Blueberry spoke. Write me in more, Brian. Write me in.
All right. I'll say with season 4 specifically, the scene in episode 4 when everything was raining and they were running through the forest and Fan gets electrocuted, that was really a really intense scene. There were rain effects.
Really? That's your favorite scene?
Yes, it was very much so.
That has interesting implications.
I think in Teapot, my favorite little scene, or I guess more of a shot, is Teardrop when she goes into real life in Teapot 4. And that one's more personal to me because I filmed that in my apartment. There's a tree right outside the window that a week later was chopped down.
No.
So that tree in that episode is now dead in real life, but it's always in the episode. And I think it's nice.
It's on forever. Thank you. Great question. And yeah, right up here.
Hi, this was a question for mostly Carrie, but any of you guys can respond. So I have a friend who went to one of the LA tours, and they told me that Carrie compared Pillow to GLaDOS from Portal. And I am a huge GLaDOS fan, and I would love to know more on how you guys think Pillow could be compared to GLaDOS in any way.
Sadistic scientist.
Oh, well, I mean, GLaDOS was very witty, and so, if we ever wanted to develop Pillow further, we'd have, like, a Pillow, like, compound where Pillow can, like, do experiments.
I mean, I assume the biggest point of comparison between the two is their voice and their way of speaking. They have a similar, very, like, I don't know what the right word is, but a sort of mean, jokey way of talking that I think resonates with both the characters.
On the topic of Portal, I remember Ben made that animation of Test Tube singing Still Alive way back in the day, before it was an official animator for him and saying that's part of how I got the gig before going through. So Portal's a big part of the OSD in that way. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right over here.
Hi, my name is Charlie. You might remember me from about 2 years ago. And my question is mostly for the II crew. Will there ever be a Steve Cobbs plushie?
It seems like there's a lot of demand for a Steve Cobbs plushie, which is really interesting. So we'll poll the audience on the versions we can make. Make some noise if you want just the standard Steve Cobbs. Now make some noise if you want the dead corpse version. They really wanted the corpse, so that's new info for us. But yeah, we've gotten, I think the kernels, for any of you who bought Poppy today, working out the design, we talked about actually that, if anyone knows Knuckles from Sonic, that was actually, Jenny, who's our character lead, really used Knuckles kind of like quills to kind of inspire the look of those leaves. So there's a lot of love poured into that.
What's nice too is because Blueberry Plush could also have a dead fairy. There you go. Playing dead fairy, playing dead.
Thank you. Yeah, right over here.
This is a question for everybody. I want to ask if you guys have heard of the object stream community.
It's actually something that a lot of people at the Q&As have brought up, and we're always amazed by like all the amazing fan projects that are happening all the time. I think it just shows the power of how, to put it bluntly, the community is just really inspiring.
Also, why is Carrie not here?
Yeah, why is that?
He's a busy man.
Yeah, that's kind of all it is. He's just too busy to come. Like, he's so big to talk.
Doing cool science stuff.
You can ask that question?
Because they invited me.
Thank you so much. Right over here.
So for Brian, at a different tour, I want to say it was LA. That's not important. You said Van's favorite musical was SpongeBob the musical. Right?
That's correct.
My question is, what is Van's favorite song/plot of SpongeBob the musical and why? 'Cause there's a lot there, and it's really important.
That is such a good question. I think my instinct would be, I think he actually really likes the Patchy plot, because Patchy is a fan of SpongeBob. And the whole thing is Patchy wanting to get to be in the show and see it and like all the programs. So I think Van really relates to Patchy's idea of wanting to go into a show they previously watched and then becomes a part of. So I also resonate with that as well as seeing the show when Patch finally is able to join at the end. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you.
Great question.
Right up here.
So my question was, if the little, I don't remember what they're called, little creatures from season 3.
The Inanimates, yes.
Yeah, and if they came back, like, N/A, like, if they came back, or, like, would they come back to the characters? Like, how would they react?
Well, it's not, for a lot of the Inanimates in season 3, episode 11, I believe, we did see them poof on screen into confetti.
What?
But there's one that you may have identified there that we did not see do that. So maybe we'll see them in season 4.
Yeah, N/A may in fact still be around, and maybe this reference to an upcoming script. So there we go.
So stay tuned.
Don't tell anyone, okay? It's between us.
Thank you. Right over here.
Hi, this is a question for Adam or Ryan, and I was wondering, what would have happened if Van died?
Everyone would have been very upset forever.
I think I would have continued crying at the bedside.
No, but I mean, honestly, and I think we're all, did you all want Van to die?
Your favorite scene, defeated.
I think you have to be like in the front
concept of,
row.
now that Miko is no longer
Yeah,
here
one of the
to
front
talk
row.
about characters, I feel like the concept of mortality is going to be a big theme within the season.
Yeah,
So we'll have to see, how that plays out in the season.
The mortality is constantly hanging over them, so it'll be fun to explore.
Yeah, my favorite scene. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, it's tissues.
Hi, tissues.
This is a question for Michael. Will there ever be a BFDI season 7?
It's already confirmed.
Well, we're already imagining what it's going to be.
Right over here.
This is my first time meeting you guys. I'm so sorry if I'm really nervous.
You're fine.
So this might be a dumb question. What's your guys' this is a question for all of you guys. What is your guys' favorite character? Like a person, favorite personality or something?
My favorite's got to be Leafy, It's Leafy. Ladies and actually says that. Honestly, yeah. She has to be my favorite character.
Yeah! Loser, 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 loser.
For me, it changes a lot, but I have to say it's either between Bubble or Pink usually.
It's changed a lot for me. I'll throw it to one y'all just met today. So the Claire in the new Nanny episode, I really enjoyed just seeing how Starfruit was able to mentor her and how she really just kind of came out of herself. Didn't need to be liked. Seemed like she did enjoy being liked, just didn't want to admit it. But had that awesome song "Can't Catch Me," which y'all seem to really like. So I'll say Claire. Yeah.
I think for me, being the ones that I do voice, I really like Soap and Jack. I'm having a great time watching them compete.
Do I even need to say?
Why don't you all help me?
I guess.
That's not fair. They just want them all to cheer your name.
I'll say I think my favorite is still Meatbone 4. One, because I love the character, but also I think my dad would be very disappointed if I did not say him.
So favorite scene, Fan dying, and then your favorite character, Meatbone 4. I just feel personal. That's fine.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Right up here.
Hi. So my question is for Adam and Brian. Why did you cancel Fans Fantastic Features?
He got promoted. I mean, I think the idea was to have Fans Fantastic Features be concurrent to an Am Insanity Invitational. However, it quickly became apparent that we could not do that because we were just so busy, because we were also maybe thinking, well, maybe season 2 will also run at the same time. None of that happened. It's hard enough to just make one show. So maybe at some point we'll get back around to it. I did really enjoy the live streams that we did in the lead up to the movie that were in the vein of Fans Fantastic Features. So I think we will do more of those, or maybe more episodes at some point. But Ben's pretty busy these days, but he appreciates it. He would also like to get back behind that show.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I think that's
recording
what's fun
it.
about season
It's not
4.
like
It
anything
almost
bad
feels like an
happened.
homage to
You just won't get to keep it if you
feels like such a part of the show. So, but yeah, who knows? Maybe, FSF will continue at some point. We'll have to see. Little details from the side content are always popping back up. Like Trophy being a still life photographer is something that kind of came up in one of the stories. You remember that we walked around? So it was just reference the episode we saw today. So you never know. We really remember continuity here. True. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right over here.
Hi, this is a question for everybody. What's your favorite line out of II or Teapot?
Well, I just know I'm going to win.
Walmart has everything!
I'm the greatest ever.
Put that cookie down now!
This isn't exactly from Teapot, it's from season 1 of BFDI, but I really liked when Pencil told Max, thanks an octodecillion. It's such an absurdly large number, I always find it really funny.
Mine's gonna be,
Nickel, I voted for you tonight.
No.
thank you. Right over here.
Will any of the BFDI characters have any importance in Teapot?
Ooh.
They won't really have importance in Teapot, but I mean, we did talk about season 7 earlier, so they might show up again in something else. yeah, stay tuned. Thank you. Right over here.
Can you speak a little bit more into the mic?
Who do you guys think is the weakest in BFDI and II?
Weakest character.
Well, it's certainly not Blueberry. That's the strongest character in history. Barry just told me. It's true.
It's correct. I almost won.
I'm gonna say non-existy. With Bubble as a close second.
Good one.
I think Roy Body is down there, but even he had his victory moment in Teapot 11, so even the weakest
Body's
people,
down there, bro?
have some power.
I think it's probably Woody. Like, realistically, I don't think he can get the courage to even throw a punch. So,
I think the weakest character in II is Steve Cobb.
I'm gonna say walkie-talkie because she can't take things out.
I'm gonna say Goo. Did you see that last episode?
I was gonna say, I think Nicolay is the weakest character.
I'm hardly offended!
Actually, they don't tell you, but he did go to the gym once, and when he tried to lift up the strongest dumbbell, he couldn't lift it and just went, I'm highly offended. And then left. So I'll say him. Thank you.
Right over here.
My question is for everyone who has one. What is your opinion or take on Suitcase?
I mean, I think Suitcase is an amazing character. I think Sam did a fantastic job and continues to do a fantastic job in the role. And I think she went through a lot, and there are plenty of people that didn't give her credit along the way, but she really earned her place and I think stood up for herself. I think Knife really respected it. I think everyone can respect it. I think she deserved to win. Nam and Sammy too.
I mean, I think voicing Suitcase has let me be here and has kind of given me everything. So yeah, I love Suitcase. I'm very thankful for the role and the character. Yeah, it means a lot to me.
Even Nickel has a newfound respect.
And then a small bit of trivia about Suitcase. It hasn't been busted out this year at the tour. It's just that the very first version of the Suitcase asset, I drew and then sent it to Adam, I think, on Skype.
Yes, I believe so. In like 2012.
Throwback.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right over here. Yeah, this is a question for any of the writers. I want to know, when you're starting a new episode, just blank slate, nothing's written, how do you start and how do you finalize that into an episode?
I mean, I think the blank page is the greatest enemy of a writer. So what I do to combat that enemy is I just try to take many notes in the weeks and months leading up to when I know I'm going to write that episode. So I'm armed with them to fight against that blank page. So I can put all that stuff down and then find the connective tissue between each of those moments.
My writing process is largely the same for any episode I write, is that I go into it basically without any ideas, and I think of a few, and I start building those out, having them interact with each other, and then when I get to about the halfway point of the script, I stop, I hit a block, and I stop being able to write for like 3 days, and then one thing clicks into place, and like all the dominoes fall down at once, and I'm able to just finish it. That's usually how it goes.
I think one handy thing as well is revisiting ideas from like the previous episode that you scrapped. Like all the time, I'll come up with like 8 ideas for an episode and we'll use 6 of them. And then 4 episodes down the road, that might be, I might just take those 2 and put them in that balance. So also, knowing not to just throw everything out that doesn't get in is also like, helpful too.
I feel like the larger ideas of each episode are the easiest part. You kind of, connecting the dots and finding the connective tissue is the hardest. I feel like for me, what helps me gain my ideas is just maybe changing my environment a little bit more. Even when I get stuck, I just kind of maybe leave my home, walk around the block. Even watching media I enjoy sometimes, like picking apart things I enjoy from certain things, has really helped me get out of writer's blocks at times. Or looking at a picture of Blueberry. Either one.
Really helps. Also, only one person sitting on this stage has published a physical book of comics that come out every day. So, you know, one person is a writer of another tier. Order Normalsville, Volume 2 on Kickstarter.
Thank you. Right over here.
Hi, my name is Kensley. Sorry, I'm really scared right now. This is my first question ever. I want to tell Brian first hi, and you know, voice a fan. I want to let you know I'm a big fan of your show.
I just got it! Thank you!
So my question is actually pretty interesting. So in the end of Banana Insanity Season 2, we know whenever Trophy sees Knife as a ghost, he's like, okay, now I feel like a jerk, and he feels bad. But then in Banana Insanity Season 4, Episode 5, whenever he gets trapped by Knife in 2, he's like, please, whatever I did, I'm sorry. So my question is, for me and my best friend who love Trophy and Knife, will Knife ever forgive him and become best friends eventually, and will Jack join them?
Ooh, oh wow, throwing in Jack there too at the end. I see you. Okay. Look, amazing question. I mean, Knife and Trophy was the jerk and jock, you know, they go back a long time. There's a lot of history there. In terms of if they'll ever be best friends, I do honestly doubt that. But in terms of them having continued, like kind of having more conversation about where that relationship has gone, I think there is still definitely more story to tell there. And I think, yeah, Trophy upon, despite however much like stuff he's given Knife over the years, yeah, when he saw the Knife as a ghost, he did definitely feel bad. And I think there's a part of him that wants to, because he always wanted to work with Knife, and Knife was one who would say no. And I think Trophy was like, well, why not? I'm amazing. So he didn't really get that. But Jack, I don't know. Jack were definitely, that's a whole other answer. I think. Yeah.
I think just Jack hates them both more than each other. Like everyone.
You never know, right?
Because there was some more interaction between Jack and Trophy that I think we trimmed out of an episode. So speaking of things that are, so maybe we'll see that pop back up again. But yeah, I think Jack just, Trophy is always looking for respect from people that he perceives as cool, and he frequently does not get it. And I think he also would not get it from Jack.
I was gonna say also, we released the II source files recently, which, if any of you check that out, it's available, but people are actually finding cut scenes from episodes that are in the files, which is really cool, because I totally forgot they were in there. But yeah.
Lost media now found!
Thank you
so
much.
much. I almost cried. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Right over here. Zero's favorite musical artist?
I think he'd like Weezer.
Thank you. Right up here.
This question is for everyone. In BFDI, what's your guys' favorite show?
Our favorite ship.
Where to be
He loves this question. But I'm a huge silver candle fan. I'm trying to get it into existence, y'all. Would you like to see that?
Yeah.
I'll say my favorite chip is blueberry in the gym. I also love myself. I mean, I love seeing Jose paper. Despite what I did. True. I'm very partial to two involving pins, both pointy and leaf. I think they're both nice. I also like Fern and toothpaste, but that's here.
I was going to say photo toothpaste, so I'll say flower and lollipop. You know what I mean?
Yeah! Yeah!
I love the moment between Matt's head throw.
Ah!
I became canon, although
I mean, it most certainly does. I think, yeah, the pros, obviously, of contestant voting is you're able to plan out the story and kind of figure out
Episodes ahead, what's going on. But I think what is cool about viewer voting is that obviously it's very unexpected and anything can happen, and it challenges you as a writer. Clearly, I don't like being challenged because we're not doing viewer vote right now. But some very talented people also enjoy being challenged. So.
Yeah, I think the best thing to me about viewer voting is that it feels like I'm also an audience member, even as I'm writing it. It's always nice to give you guys the power to like choose it, because no matter what we do or what we want to happen, ultimately the choice is yours. And I always like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly my opinion as well. But I think that there are like a lot of challenges with viewer voting, but I think it makes the show more fun to make. Like, for example, like it would have been easier if Lightning stuck around a little bit longer for the plot of the show, but I think that when Lightning got out, we were like, okay, we'll change the plans and we'll figure it out. And I think that happens all the time, and it just makes writing each episode more exciting.
Yeah, I think it's exciting how it's unpredictable. Like, everyone in this room, like, all conspired to vote the same person. You know, you could actually swing the vote. If the whole balcony all together voted for one person, you know, you could change the future of the show.
And I think the method of voting, too, can really change things up. In season 3, we had vote to save, like, the most popular character. So Yin Yang won, like, every single episode. And we love Yin Yang, but it would have been a very boring outcome if he just won and that was just what it was.
Made for a great running back, though. I mean, time because it would just be like, of course, it's Yin Yang, which I thought was so funny.
I think the teapot voting method is better, so I think that's great. But yeah, thank you. Right over here.
So, before I ask my question, I just wanted to say, ironically, tomorrow will be the 5th anniversary since I watched BFDI. I have a question for Michael, since apparently Carrie's a big shot. Let's talk pre-split. Obviously, Team B, right? Obviously, it's Roboty's fault. That's the team name. What were the other beat members thinking of?
Oh,
that's actually a great question.
That's a great question.
That was the one where everyone else in the team was going.
He asked
whispering to each other, right?
What the
I think
original
that would be
team
the
name was
other,
supposed to be a
the other
beat.
name. A lot of S's and A's all in a sequence. I think beep is easier to say though. So maybe Robot was right.
They whispered it in my ear and it was really good, but I forgot it.
How much longer? What time is it?
Thank you. Yeah, right over here. Oh, look who it is!
Dude, I don't know.
It's our child!
There's a bot cosplay.
And I just wanted to know, what do you guys think of Baron Tube? It's like one of my favorite shows.
I love seeing Fan and Test Tube together, and I think in many ways they bring out the best parts of each other. Also, some ways, not always the best parts of each other. And I think that's something that we're going to continue to explore. But they're really great characters, and it's really nice.
I think they're cute. I think they should just get together a
certain aspects, and I think that's what makes them really special.
Right. It's not defined by any societal norms, nor have they ever been. They're never been the most socially aware.
Yeah, exactly right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Right up here.
This is a question for everybody. If you could sack any other character than the one you're going to sack now, what would it be?
Blueberry.
If you want.
I don't know if any of you know this, but the nickel voice was actually my impression of Pointy back in the day. So I'll say Pointy.
I think I'd really like to try Bo because she is so slutty.
Wait, what was the question they asked?
I want a character with a song.
If you could voice
That
act
would be
any
a lot
other
of fun.
character, which character?
Thank you.
I really like the design of the tail debuter Salt Lamp, so I think if I had to choose one, I want to choose him. I wouldn't want to take something away from anyone else.
I would really like to voice like a yellow face or a purple face because I've always loved the. So I would love to do that. And then one day I'd like to be able to say, I'm Freddy.
I'd like to be someone, not Doe, but someone who impersonates Doe, so then Doe can get a taste of his own medicine.
Thank you. Right over here.
Hello, my name is Sammy. I have one question for everybody. If your characters were playing D&D, what classes would they pick?
I am a huge D&Der. I love this question. I think Kendall would be a warlock with an eldritch patron for the inner flame. I think Marshmallow would be a bard. Clover would be a bard druid multi-class, and I think Cheesy would also be a bard because he likes jokes.
I think Blueberry would be the villain. The main boss.
Oh, Freaker Paladin. Got it.
I think Six would be a mage. I think she'd like to shoot big magic fireballs at people.
Great to do a D&D type episode at some point, I think.
Thank you so much. Right over here.
Hi, my name is Roger Bounce, and I have a question for all of you. What's your favorite episode that you've made from all your seasons? And if you already answered that question, then what is your favorite object show that you haven't made? Oh.
Ooh, oh, that's a tough one. I feel like we should answer the object show question. I feel like that's fun.
I think we did do the favorite one yesterday, if I remember correctly.
I'll give a shout out to the original Brawl of the Objects by Anthony Koss. It's a classic that, was fun to have Party Hat in II. So.
I think a new favorite for me is Ante Up. It's a really, really fun show. Yeah.
I'll bring up Paper Puppets, take 2.
Yeah!
I think Animatic Battle's really good.
And I'm a fan of The Nightly Manor by
Thank you. Right over here.
Hi, my name is Nayeli, and this is my second tour, and I have been waiting to tell this question for 2 years.
Hopefully it's good.
So, if you all had the chance to revive one dead inanimate sanity character, who would it be?
I picked Bo, of course.
Steve Cobbs, because I want chaos.
Since watching the movie, the finale, I've always felt really bad for Knife because he just has to be in a house on his own. So I think I would revive him. You know, Bo and Doe have each other at least, but Knife seems to have no one.
I mean, I think, this is not the same character as coming back, but Meathead, I love Meathead.
I think for years I was always kind of annoying you guys as well, saying I want a teddy bear to come back. But that finally did happen, so I'll go with Doe. You know, he did smile as going to come back.
Yeah, well, this is a given. I think the character that's really created the most upsetness among the community that they're gone. Nickel Jr., it was devastating to lose. In season 3, episode 11, he went too soon.
Never enough nickel, Brad. Never enough nickel.
want Nicola Jr., I want Biden. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are down to our last few questions here in the Q&A. We're running out of time, but after the Q&A is over, we have a very special surprise and one that has not happened at any tour stop yet. So no one We're gonna go right up here.
Hi, I'm a really big fan, but have you ever heard of the webcomic Objectified?
I've heard the name. I don't think I've checked it out yet. And from what I've seen, it looks good.
I've heard the name, and it is a great name.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't heard of it either, but I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Right over here.
This is my first time here, but I was just wondering, how many zeros are there? This is a question for Mike. That was a question.
Well, someone asked a question a few days ago that I really liked, which was, what's the deal with the negative numbers? And sometimes I like to imagine that when you add